All right, the other option for your redox reactions for ketones would be oxidation. But the problem here is that unlike the aldehydes before, that can easily be oxidized to make carboxylic acids, ketones, on the other hand, if I already have this look here for acetone, if I'm going to oxidize that, I'd have to end up with something that looks like this, right? If I was going to try and add a hydroxyl group to that carbonyl carbon, I'd end up with a carbon that you guys should already know has way too many bonds on it. 5 bonds is too much for a carbon. So that's actually not going to happen. This should be a no reaction whenever you get this prompt. You cannot oxidize a ketone to make a carboxylic acid. So if I give you that prompt, at this oxidation here, you should give me no reaction. If it was an aldehyde, you should give me a carboxylic acid. But it does not work for ketones that way. The only way that I can technically oxidize a ketone is actually a slightly different reaction, and the prompt would look different. Remember, I can burn any of my hydrocarbons that we've talked about up to this point. So I can burn acetone as well, and that is technically an oxidation reaction, right? It's just not quite the same as that oxidation that made a carboxylic acid for the aldehydes before. So I can burn aldehydes as well, but I can burn ketones. So if I'm going to try and make you oxidize a ketone, it will be in a reaction like this. It'll be in a combustion reaction. So if you see your oxygen, right, and that heat, right, you're still going to get the same products we always got. You're going to get CO2, you're going to get water, and I'm going to balance it appropriately. And this actually, the balancing works out the same as it did for the alcohols. Remember, you have to know how many carbons you have. So it's 3 carbons, I think there's 6 hydrogens in there, and then there's 1 oxygen. You should balance the water first, because just like with the alcohols, the ethers, it's actually a good thing to have an odd number of waters, so this should work out just fine. I need 3 carbon dioxides as well. That gives me 9 oxygens on the right. So then I would need a 4 right here, because 8 plus my 1 oxygen from my ketone gives me 9. So you can do an oxidation, but it will only be if I give you the combustion prompt, right? You will always end up with a no reaction if I try and just say oxidize. If I don't say that there's diatomic oxygen there, if I don't give you that heat, that delta above the triangle, that triangle symbol, above the reaction arrow, don't do anything. Just give me no reaction.